You guys want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah,
I think we could.
I think we
do
could
that.
play.
We keep talking about stuff.
We could play some
Anyway.
dungeons.
So last time we played, you guys had arrived in the city of Elturel, went to a weird spa that was run by like Disney World automatons. Um, what else happened? I think that's like about it.
Yep, we had a spa day and Ulrich
Yeah,
was gone.
spa day. That was the big thing. It was run by a weird Disney automaton. Something I couldn't remember that I was trying to remember when I was writing my notes out for today's game. Did Ira go with you guys, or did she stay on the boat?
I think she came with
I
us.
think she came with
I
us.
thought so too. Okay, but I couldn't remember. You met a city herald who was very confused by all of you, but they seem to be posted around all over the city. They carry big, colorful flags and are wear smart uniforms. They give directions. The
You
city
gave them a
itself,
big tip.
you did give them a big tip.
Mm-hmm.
The city itself is built into like a big bluff or cliffside, like almost on the side of a mountain, and the river like wraps around through part of it. Um, it is all gleaming white marble and polished. There are armed and armored people everywhere. The it seems to be fairly mixed race. There's even tieflings running about. Some of them even in the armored, the armor of the Hell Riders, the like city's like elite guard kind of. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting journey, and I think you guys were just coming out after. It was like going through like an automated car wash for people. Um, where you got like robot massages and robot bath attendees, and it was just an interesting thing. And then I think you guys were just exiting toward evening, coming out of the massage parlor.
Anybody else get the happy ending?
Like not.
It was pretty good.
Doesn't feel weird if a robot does it.
I mean, there was a lot of worrying and stuff. I don't know. I think I need
What
one of
if your
those.
junk gets caught in the gears.
Oh no! It's just like a thing that vibrates. It's not like there's no gears that you could see. It's smooth.
I regret asking.
Guess he would be good at it.
See, Jordan, you want to go back in? Give her a whirl.
Maybe next. Don't need any cold comforts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you might give it a whir.
Earl. Just like that.
I'm gonna give myself inspiration.
So,
Pretty good.
self high five.
Cool. So, what do you guys want to do? I don't know if you wanted to stay at an inn or go back to the boat for the evening. It's starting to get dark.
Wait, I thought this city doesn't get dark.
Bro, well, yes, technically there is an infinite sun, but you can tell, like your body clock is telling you that it is evening.
Body clock is ticking, and I want CPs now.
But yeah, I'm
The natural sun, the sun of the planet, has set, and the city is still lit by the great glowing sun above it.
I think I want some food.
Also,
Where's-
this
What's
is for
that?
Kat.
Spooky?
It's a tiny bottle of moonshine.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's really cute.
Brute would love it.
Yes, Brute approves quite thoroughly.
Yeah, you guys give it food. Food getting places are a thing. And then, or you can sit there in silence.
Getting late.
awesome. So this place isn't on fire anymore, according to them.
Yeah, it's because I couldn't find a map where it wasn't on fire. This is the only one I could find.
I would actually like exports moonshine.
Brute's gonna export moonshine.
Maybe.
How big is her operation?
Probably not. Like it'd be the
Small batch distillery.
Yeah.
Would I happen to know of any places like tiefling cuisine or something like that?
Ooh,
Ooh,
Cultural.
cuisine.
health food.
I don't know if tiefling culture is structured in such a way um that they have their own food.
What
Well-
does abyssal food taste like?
Since tieflings are usually a tiefling and one other creature, they're probably pretty spread out.
They don't have like a centralized, like there's not a place where all the tieflings are from.
Speaking of tiefling sterile, what happens if two tieflings from opposing demons have a child? Is it a role? Do demon
They have a
like?
tiefling.
You know,
Well, no,
I think
I
Fighting
know, but
word.
I'm pretty sure like demons can just kind of, they can just do whatever they want. Like, I'm pretty
Well-
sure just demon plus demon makes demon baby.
No, I know, but so the general idea is that if a tiefling and another creature have a kid, the kid will be a tiefling, right? So I was always
Well,
like, well,
maybe.
are tieflings like the demon heritage specific? Like, is it a tiefling of this demon? Like,
Not
I think
necessarily.
some flavors, some people choose to flavor their characters that way. They'll be like, mine is like the traditional. I
It-
forgot what he's called, like the
it-
cloven hoof, whatever.
It might be like if
tiefling.
you were the child of a particularly powerful demon, um, that demon might like lay claim to you. So like if you were like one of Asmodeus's babies running around, he might be like that's one of mine. Um, but as far as like the actual heritage goes, or like the genetics or things like that, probably not. But the demon that like spawned you in whatever way, like created your bloodline, might have other opinions about that because they are very not protective is not the right word.
Possessive.
Possessive is definitely the right word. Yeah, they are very possessive.
Mm.
that makes sense.
What about
The way
Azamars?
I read it was that like you become a tiefling from like inheriting like demon power, kind of. It's not so much genetics because it can like skip generations and like stuff
Yeah, but
like
so can
that.
red hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Like neither one of Cat's parents has red hair.
Wait,
Mom does.
Yeah,
Oh, well, your mom's gray, so.
She's old, but she has red hair.
don't call her or old. Jeez.
She is though.
What
My
happens?
parents are also old.
Same.
But when you're old, you're old. It's not like I'm not trying to be mean. It's just a fact of life.
What hap-
Mom,
Are you old?
Anyway,
What happens if an Azamar and a Tiefling have a baby? Is it just a human?
you would get
they
one of the
cancel
other.
each
Maybe.
other out.
You might get just a human, you might get an Azamar, you might get a Tiefling.
Hey, Jordan.
Could you have
Drawing
a
up
half?
some
Could
Punnett
you have a
squares.
halfie?
One would always be the dominant thing, right? Like you would always get dominant features from one or the other.
But they could theoretically have the angelic, the wings and all that, but still have
Might.
horns.
Potentially, yeah. Like they might look almost completely human and have wings, but have like little horns or fangs or red skin.
Well, Jordan, if we weren't the same sex, oh, maybe we can get a priest to impregnate one of us with the other.
Ira just goes, I can impregnate one of you.
Wait, really?
Not sure.
She
Not sure how I
nods.
feel about bringing
You can
a
make
child into
babies?
this world.
She nods and she motions to Jordan. She's like, how do you think she got here?
Hmm.
But, I mean, are you
Okay,
my
this
mom?
is out of game. The really old legend version of Succubus Succubi was they started out as a woman, had sex with a man, turned into a man, took that man's sperm and impregnated a woman with it. That was like their thing. And then they would turn back into a woman. That was like their life cycle. True story. Thought I'd tell it. Anyway, what do you guys want to do in the game, though?
Definitely want to get something to eat.
Yeah, we were gonna
I
go
was-
find some food or something.
I just wanted to do local cuisine though.
Okay. If you guys want to talk to a herald, he will break things down for you.
Oh, what was our herald's name last time? He had a fun name.
Bob.
Was it?
That-
Was it Bob?
Thomas Thomason.
Yeah!
Yeah.
That's what it is.
There we go.
We should go find Thomas.
Okay. Yeah.
Ask him to show us a good eating place.
Sounds
So you
good.
guys go hunt down Thomas, and he will break things down for you. You go find Thomas. He's near the gate in his like standard position, probably getting toward the end of his shift at this point. When you guys come up and you begin talking to him, like he gets excited to see you. And then when you say we're looking for a place to eat, he stops and thanks for a moment and says, do you want alcohol with your food, or do you need a place to rest?
We'll probably
Why are those two separate things?
He nods and he says, in the city of Elturel, it is illegal for inns to serve alcohol. So
Oh.
taverns serve alcohol, inns have place of rest, but you can't have one in the same place.
Weird.
What?
He shrugs.
Jordan, we're getting back on the boat.
Yeah,
You
we'll take some drinks
still-
with us.
You can still drink here. I would say though that the finest place to eat is Fontier's Unicorn, but it's an inn, so they can't serve alcohol.
Can you bring your own?
He shakes his head. It's illegal to drink in them.
Wait. What do you drink? Water?
He shrugs.
Fish fucking it.
What about wine? Wine is good, okay? Right?
No alcohol. If your adventure sorts and you want an alcoholic beverage and something to eat, I would recommend a pair of Black Antlers. It's a fine tavern recommended by Volo when he passed through the city. Fairly well known.
Oh yeah, we're best friends with that guy. Look, he's got a signed copy of his book.
He looks a little surprised and then nods and he goes, I do not doubt it at all. But they serve alcohol there, ale, stouts, wines, brandy, sherries, a few specialties. They have a thing called EverQuest. It's quite expensive, but I know your tastes. If you want a fine meal, however, the best place to eat would be Fontier's Unicorn. The roast boar with all the trimmings there is particularly something to.
Sounds good.
He nods.
Can we get it like to go?
He shrugs. It's more of well, it's a 3-course kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But if you want a quick meal and a drink, the Black Antler is nice. The Bent Helm is the kind of place that you might get into a fight, however. And there's the Glowing Goblet, which is frequented by dwarves.
I like the idea of going
They
to
serve
Black
stout ales. They are hearty meals, though nothing spectacular. Best drinks in the city is definitely a pair of Black Antlers. Best food is definitely Fontier's Unicorn.
Who wants to go?
Which one are we going to, Buster?
Black Antler sounded good to me.
So
Alright.
I hope we're not getting in a fight, Buster. I just got these news.
Well, fight
he-
with your feet.
He points down the street and he goes, "It's on the northern edge of the dock district. A pair of Black Antlers. You can't miss it. There's literally a giant pair of Black Antlers above the door." I'm glad to once again have been to service to you, and he like gives a quick bow.
All right, we put hand in money.
Guy's
Alright.
getting so
He
rich.
takes his tip.
Awesome. All right. Following Buster. Also, yeah, like Jordan said, we just got our nails done. And then I just had a good massage.
Do you guys want to go to a pair of black antlers then? Or simply the antlers?
For ants and lures.
So you guys go down. You guys go down to. It's on the western side of Maiden's Bridge Street, just a few blocks south from where you guys are. And you go across a big fancy bridge, and then on the other side of it there's a building, just like you described, one of the big white stone buildings, but over the door is a pair of black antlers, like moose antlers, so they're solid, not like many different horns, but they come to a bunch of points. They're about 10 feet across and about 3 feet tall. They're massive, they're huge. There's no sign, but you can hear the sounds of laughing and drinking and the smell of alcohol coming from inside.
Buster wants to know if those are real.
You can make a nature check.
With assistance.
You can make a nature check with advantage.
Oh, really? Okay.
Can you see if they're real from down here?
They're right above the door. They're like 5 feet away from him. Yes, they look completely real.
Sure, it's real.
Wow.
I wonder if we'll find a skull inside.
Ooh, yeah, we gotta see.
As Buster rushes in through the doors, as you go in, Buster, it's dimly lit, wood paneled walls. The air inside is smoky, from people smoking pipes and a small chimney that doesn't seem to have drafted well, so it doesn't seem to be pulling up. The tap room is a little confusing. There's pillars everywhere and tables and walls and a couple of stairs that go up into other places. It's like a little mini maze almost of people and stuff. Um, it seems multi-leveled. It seems like the whole thing is tap room. Um, the place itself is a little dim, but it's lit by little drift globes, little blobs of blue-colored light that seem to be randomly floating about. You could see waiters, I don't use the term wenches, but men and women running about, serving the different tables, and hanging everywhere. Speaking of skulls, are bits and bobs and pieces. There's a shield that's been splintered, a broken sword, what looks like a tooth from a dragon, a troll skull, a shrunken head that used to be a goblin. There's just like leftover stuff from people's adventures hung on all the walls and thrown on tables and just kind of everywhere. And the furniture is all mishmashed. It looks like it was all really nice furniture at one point. Kind of, yeah. It's like a curio shop. It looks like it was all really nice furniture at one point, but it's like old and a little worn out, and some of it's stained. It's like a rummage sale. It's like a TGI Fridays.
Mhm.
um,
Does that mean all this stuff is for sale?
um, yeah, and there's just stuff all over the place. One of the waiters flits past you. He's wearing like a white apron and he's got his sleeves rolled up, a little bit of sweat on his brow. He's got a tray of glasses. He sees Buster come crashing in and kind of looks down at him a little confused and shakes his head and goes, um, you can just sit anywhere. I'll be right over. Pick a table. We'll send somebody to come get you.
Cool. Where's the rest of the skull?
Which skull? I think we have like 8.
Well, for the antlers at the front.
For the great moose, I don't believe we have the skull, unfortunately. I think it's just the antlers.
Oh, that's too bad.
The great moose. Who hunted that?
You come in behind Buster. He looks up and he goes, I don't know. Most of the stuff has been here forever. there's maps that detail dwarven holds that don't stand anymore. The stag antlers are. They've been here forever.
Okay, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
She shrugs.
Um,
That's sorry. Pick a table. How many are you?
4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, it's 7. I suggest going up second floor. The map room is on the right. The stairs, if you go past that pillar and take a left, go up the stairs, take a right, you'll see a room. The thing's covered in maps. The whole thing's lined with seats. There's a big table in the center. Looks like a war room.
sounds
Thank
good.
you.
He nods. I'll send Ellie right up. And then he's like, I gotta deliver these drinks. He filters off.
I guess let's wander up there.
All right,
The-
off we go.
Okay, so you guys head up to, you kind of follow his directions, maybe get a little lost, and then eventually find this. It's a room, like off by its, like I said, the place is kind of like a base. So you find this little room, and it's like he described it. There's a big table in the center with like benches all the way around it, and the whole place, the whole entirety of it, is covered in notes and maps, and some of them are torn or burnt or blood splattered. They're kind of just stuck up everywhere. The table itself is a big old wooden thing. Looks sturdy and well built, if not particularly fancy, and definitely ale stained. You guys filter in, and a few minutes later, a young girl, like maybe 15, comes in with the pencil and notebook, the classic like waitress look. Her hair a little disheveled. She can tell she's been working. She's moving quickly. She comes into the room, sort of looks over the lot of you, and then goes, let's pick a voice for this chick.
Valley girl.
Like, oh
Aw.
my god. She's like, okay guys, my name's Ellie. I'll be your server tonight.
Hi, Ellie.
Can I start you guys off with some drinks? Drinks all around drinks? What you guys need?
What kind of drinks you got?
Strong.
Something strong?
Something strong? Well, it depends on how strong you want to go. We can get you an ale. Stout's a little stronger than that. Wine's a little stronger than that. If you want something a little bit fancier, a little bit stronger, we have brandy, sherry, and czar. If you want the house specialty, it's probably the strongest thing we have. We have Elverquist.
Let's get
Oh
that one.
yes, I heard about the EverQuest.
The Elverquest, just to let you guys know ahead of time, it's real strong. 4 gold pieces of glass, but typically 1 glass is all you need.
I'm gonna go with I'm probably the designated walker. Can I get some tea?
Okay, you want hot tea or cold tea? You want regular black tea, or you want something floral, honey?
Floral would be nice. And hot.
I got you. Chamomile or lavender?
Oh, chamomile.
All right, 1 chamomile tea. I know I got 1 Elverquest for the horny lady over there. And what does everybody else want?
I too am horny.
Okay, Elverquest because she's horny. Got it.
I don't think I'm horny. I'm more feathery, but I'll have that too.
Okay, Elverquest. Okay, we got 3 of those. What
I'll
about
just
you,
take
sweetie?
some wine.
Just a glass of wine?
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
we
know.
got you a glass of wine. You want red or white?
I don't think Chris knows anything about wine. Just
She gives you like a list of wines. Some of them made with some of them classic grape wine. Some of them made with other fruits. Some of them are more expensive. Um, it ranges from 6 copper pieces to 9 copper pieces a glass for a glass of wine. But it's a big glass, like a tall glass, they call it.
I'll take like an 8 copper piece glass.
You just pick one that's okay. That one. She's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, no problem, sweetie. Or what about your big burly friend in the flowery shirt over there? What you want?
Oh, the whatever the lizard is having.
The Elverquest?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I got a bunch of Elverquests, 1 tea. I get that right up to you guys. Do you want to put in a food order while I go get your drinks?
I were getting.
Oh, Ira's gonna get the Elverquest.
Nice. Yes, food. What's your food?
What would
We
it
demand a
have?
menu, and we want it designed.
Okay. She's like, I can start you guys out with some salted biscuits and some cheese if you want, and then I can get you a menu when I come back with your drinks.
Yes,
Menu is actually pretty short.
that's fine.
All right. She's like, all right, I'll be right back with that.
Oh my god, guys, we're gonna get cheese.
Jeez.
She leaves, and maybe a minute or two later, a kid comes by, like younger than her, like maybe 12. Little boy comes by with a tray with like a big ass slab of cheddar cheese, some knives, and
yeah.
some really dense looking biscuits that are hot and smell like butter.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, gimme.
Yeah, so he slings that on the table and then disappears.
Thank you, Soon, for this delightful cheese. And may these biscuits bless us with your beauty in our tummies.
Aw.
So you guys start eating, I take it. The biscuits are like salty and buttery and like kind of chewy, like not underbaked, but like just a kind of a hard biscuit. The cheese is really sharp. It's really sharp cheddar with like onions in it, like caramelized onions. It's good. It's not fancy food. It's like bar snacks, if you've ever been to like just any bar that they serve like random weird snacks. It's kind of like that. She comes back a little while later with all of your drinks. The Elverquist is like a ruby color. Um, it's and it has little like shimmering flecks of what look like gold, like floating in it. And she just puts a big bottle of it and the cups out. And the bottle itself, she's like, I'm just gonna charge you guys for a bottle because that's cheaper than each of the drinks individually, and it's the same amount of liquor. So,
Cool.
the bottle is made out of some kind of weird, like transparent crystal, so it catches all the light from the little blue drift globes that go around and like sparkles across the walls. It's a very like Technicolor, strange experience. Um, she slaps out the menus on the table, and as you guys are sort of start pouring the stuff into your goblets, she's like, now the way this is supposed to be done is you swirl it around in the glass, you smell it, you let it sit for a little while and get airy, and then you drink it. Me, I do it in shots, so you guys do whatever you want. um
Oh god, she's 15 and doing shots.
she doesn't look like she's drinking much, to be honest with you.
Oh,
When you
okay.
say you do it in shot, do you mean like you sniff it, shoot it, sniff it, shoot it, or you just like?
No, like you pour it in a glass and down it, sweetie.
Uh,
She's like, there's also like a magic word that if you whisper it into your glass, it makes the little gold bits gather together to look like the constellations.
Oh.
Pretty neat.
Ooh, what's the
Stupidly
word?
fancy.
Yeah, it
Can I
is.
insight check her?
Yeah.
I want to see if she's lying. I don't trust it. That sounds too cool.
She is not lying.
Oh shit. All right, what's these words?
Capable upon speaking a specific. It's a phrase in Elvish. Is all it says. So she tells you the phrase in Elvish. It probably means something like "show me the stars" or something really silly. But if you whisper it, it does. The little glittery gold bits arrange themselves to look like the constellation Carillion, um, which is it's a constellation of 13 stars that looks like an elf.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and she's like, it's kind of a novelty, but mostly people drink it because it's like 70% alcohol. Anyway, here's your menus. The specialty today is mushrooms and fried mushrooms and a cream and pepper sauce. A little spicy, but it's real good.
Meat.
I'd like one
Um,
of those.
We also have pan-fried clams out of the river.
I'll be right back. I am listening.
Okay.
Maybe-
But anyway, do you guys, does either one of those sound good? Do you want to put in a food order for that, or do you want to flip through the menu? There's about 6 things on it. You know, it's a tavern.
I think the
For
first
me.
The mushrooms? I got 2
Mushroom.
mushrooms.
Yeah, I'll take
3
mushroom.
mushrooms.
Is there
1
like
clam.
meat on the menu?
Yeah, I mean, there's the clams, and there's probably some kind of like heavy meat stew, like
Hmm.
some kind of soup with beef in it.
Hmm. What are the other 4 things on the menu?
There's a cold potato soup with leeks. Um, let me think. There's yeah, she said the other 4 things. There's a cold potato soup with leeks. There's some kind of salad that's probably like quick and easy to make. There are the fried clams. What's another good? They probably have something like they probably have sandwiches, like just like staple, like a turkey club kind of thing. Stuff like that.
Baked potato.
Yeah,
Take the clams. I
twice
guess.
baked potato.
Ooh, no, I want a twice baked potato.
Okay,
Give me that. Yeah.
Oh,
and
wait.
we'll say a plate of food is like 3 coppers. So
Great.
Sweet.
so she takes your food orders. She's like, all right, I'll be right back with that in a couple of minutes. You guys enjoy that wine.
Dar-
And
Delicious.
she rushes off once again, leaving the group of you alone. And we've all been to restaurants. We know she's going to give you about 10 to 15 minutes before she comes back with your food. So is there anything you guys want to do in that 10 to 15 minutes?
Definitely think we should call over these maps and figure out where we're going to go next in this city.
The maps are all of like dungeons and caves, and they have like random adventurers' notes written on them, or blood splatters, or of like keeps and castles. Like they're of places. They're not like maps of the world.
Oh,
Didn't-
okay. So it's
did
not
we-
even
Sorry, Izzy.
here or anywhere.
Didn't one of us buy a map of the city?
I think Kelric did.
Yeah. I think so, from one of the callers. Kelric, can you bust out your map for Jordan?
I put down the thing that we're looking at.
Alright. What were you thinking, Jordan?
I was thinking that we might want to go start trying to ask questions about the desert, seeing if anybody knows exactly where we are looking. The fallen city of. Well,
Yeah, we can do that. Did I
Is
tell you
that-
about my god? How she, you
Uh,
know, Miss Soon told me.
Yeah, you had
Little
that
bit.
dream or whatever.
Yeah, she,
Had a vision.
it wasn't completely exact, but it was somewhere in the middle, is what she said.
okay. Well,
So wherever the middle is, I think we're kind of starting closer to the south to middle, sort of.
okay. Then I
Hmm.
don't think we have to.
We can still ask around.
We are gonna have longer than this also because we're we still have a lot of other well, maybe not a lot of other stops, but this is just one stop on the way to the final stop before we get camels and stuff. So this doesn't necessarily have to be planned this moment.
Right, I think
True.
we got 2 cities.
Just figured since this is a major city,
True.
then the next one.
Do we know anything about the upcoming cities? Do we know like sizes or anything? Is there a way we could like roll a history check or something?
Elturel is definitely going to be the biggest city you're going to pass through. The only other city you'll pass through will be Scornable, which is a much smaller city. This will be the largest town that you pass through.
You guys think they have a map of Aranok Desert?
It wouldn't hurt to ask around.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, hit up the library and see. I mean, if they have random maps of these sizes, then you say they don't have a desert.
That's true.
Maybe not.
If I see it, I might be able to transcribe it down, at least sort of. You know, because my signature skills are real good. Maybe my map making skills might be okay if I see it and can copy it, trace it. I don't know.
Do a pencil rubbing.
Yeah, pretty much. Do they make photocopiers? Because that would be even more convenient.
No, printing press, but no magic photocopiers, kind of, but it would be like a spellcasting service for a wizard. Maps
I mean,
and-
you could also just make like a light board by putting down a piece of glass and casting light underneath it.
I can cast light. Kelric, you're brilliant.
Mhm.
She cast light on her cup. See? Can do it.
I know one of those. I also cast light on my cup.
Joyden, we're kindred spirits.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, like, sisters, one another.
Mother?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yeah.
So a few minutes later, the waitress comes back and plops plates on your. She has the little kid with her to help her carry all the food. Comes back and plops plates onto your guys' table. Asks if anybody wants drink refills. Kind of does that sort of thing. Yeah, if drinks need to be refilled, she does that. If you guys want any other food, she tries to put an order. They have like other snacks, other like some kind of fried cheese curd, probably.
I want to buy an extra bottle for the road.
Sure. She will bring that out to you guys. You know, does the normal thing and then disappears again. Why you guys are the food's good, not like fantastic. It's not fancy. It's like clams fried in butter and baked potato covered in cheese and mushrooms cooked in heavy cream and that kind of thing. But it's good. And while you guys are kind of sitting there eating, Ira sort of leans over toward Layla and is like, Layla, I kind of have a weird question. And she's not trying to whisper or be conspiratory or anything. She's like, so you gave the Castellanters the money they needed, from what you've told me.
Mm-hmm.
She nods and she goes, so I don't understand why they would be angry with you then. Like if you gave them the money they needed, why would they send you the mirror I was in so that I could kill you? It doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
I'm sure they're vindictive, evil dicks, but they don't do things without a reason.
Well, they're cultists, and I'm kind of like anti-cultist, and they killed my fiance, and I don't know if it's Castellaners, but probably. And I told them that they had to worship soon, or else they would have their titles revoked. So maybe that.
I would think that was the reason. I don't.
Who said that the Castellaners gave it to you, or was it written on the package?
Well, when I showed Layla what the guy that sent the mirror to her looked like, she said it was Victorio Castellanter. So,
yeah,
if he's the one that had the mirror for the last 20 years, and it doesn't make sense that if you helped him, even if you did put some kind of
conditions
on your help, it doesn't make sense to me that he would then want to kill you. What is he getting out of that?
I don't know. Good question.
I wouldn't think it's a gift. Otherwise, he'd put his name on it. No offense,
Yeah.
She's like,
Well, it definitely
No.
was a trap. I'm pretty
it wasn't.
sure.
Yeah, he sent me to kill her. That was the idea.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe we need to play it up like I'm dead.
She shrugs. I don't know.
Or maybe and be like, surprise, bitch.
Yeah. Suppose we could. Hmm.
Then again,
Yeah.
I don't see what we'd have to gain from it.
She kind of nods and she says, "Well, that's kind of my point. That people like the Castellanters, they don't do anything unless they're going to profit from it in some way. So, what were they hoping to profit from by killing Layla?"
Can I? Okay. Kelric. Kelric thinks to himself, "Who's smart in this party? Like intelligence-wise?"
None of you.
Well, that's. Does anyone have more than a 10?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then.
And I don't think we're stupid.
Okay. No, the reason I'm saying is I'm going to use a spell of enhanceability on Joyden and ask him to think real hard about that.
What I was thinking is that the castle.
Could he possibly roll an intelligence check for?
Sure.
Oh, okay, cool. How many?
Oh,
is my
like
intelligence
when I have an
increase?
8.
You get it with advantage.
Okay,
Oh, get out.
intelligence.
Oh.
check.
Oh shit, Buster's the smartest one.
Oh,
What?
crap.
Oh, fuck.
do you want to retract that and give it?
Yeah, I can give it to Buster. Also, he does have a conspiracy theorist mind, so that might work better.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Conspiracy
Very
theory.
true. Oh, okay.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence check with advantage, Buster.
All right. Oh boy.
See if we can't reason this one out.
It's just like give him some freaking Ritalin.
Maybe it's because I'm prettier than her. I don't know.
That could be.
Buster, your best guess is it couldn't have been something that you did. It has to be something that you're doing or are gonna do. Like they have to be like because they've already gotten what they wanted out of you as far as the money was concerned. So the money is taken care of. So like if it was Buster in the same situation, at that point, once Buster has that money, he's done with those people. Fuck him. Like he would just move on with his life. But if they were going to do something in the future, like revenge is sort of a waste of time. But if they were going to do something else that they wanted stopped, then it kind of makes sense.
Oh. So, I think it's not for anything that we did in the past or the present, but in the future that they're trying to prevent us from.
What
That's a
could we
perfect
do
way
in the
to
future?
communicate that.
Future.
In the dragon rage or something?
Everything is chrome in the future.
Yay! I love that episode.
Do they not want us to stop our dragon buddies?
Benefit from the destruction of the city.
Or maybe they don't want to stop their money laundering friends.
I mean, if you can control a dragon, you can control a lot of things.
That's true.
So you think that they're chasing down the staff as we speak,
I don't know.
as same as us?
But that would make it justified in me killing them, so I hope so. Oh, sorry, I said that out loud.
You're so murdery lately, Layla.
Yeah,
We're supposed to find the beauty in things, not
Yeah, you're
kill the
supposed to
ugly
be like
things.
the nice
Beauty
one
in
in
the
our party, I
crimson
thought.
blood.
I know you're the one who's like peace, love, and peace.
Let the scarlet flow.
Ugh, you're
I
kind of
mean,
creepy, Layla. You and Curtis would get along very well, right, Curtis? Curtis likes killing people.
well, you see, this is like, ever since I saw Ira, but not Ira, I just kind of, haven't been myself lately. Brought back a lot of painful memories. So I
Kelrick
figure,
pats your back in a reassuring manner, or at least what he thinks is a reassuring manner.
thank you, Kelrick. So I figure, if I just kill a bunch of cultists, it might go away. Sounds like a great plan anyway. Huh? She's very nervous and drinks.
Murdering things doesn't usually help, Layla.
And like right in the middle of your guys' intense conversation, you start hearing clapping, like rhythmic clapping going out throughout the bar. And you can see the staff and like a conga line start to march past your door clapping. And this like song, they start singing this like song, and all of the patrons in the inn start picking up on it. And everyone in the inn sings loudly this obnoxious song about, it's called the Knights of Dragon Down. It's about 7 knights who go out to try to kill a dragon and end up becoming undead instead. Yeah, and it's like the house song. It seems like, it helps keep the party atmosphere going. So yeah, there's this obnoxious song going on.
It seems ominous.
I have the lyrics to it, but I'm not gonna sing it. But I will
Aw.
give you guys the lyrics in case you're interested.
Ooh, can we sing it?
What happened to Dit?
She was lagging really crazily.
Okay. You're welcome to try to sing it.
Riding across the plain, seeing them riding home again. Bright the shields,
Right.
bright the chain.
Knights of Dragon Down.
Wow!
Meow.
I have heard that it can be sung to the tune of Down by Sally Gardens.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I do know what that is.
Ooh, you sing it.
Don't want to.
Okay, don't.
That sounds familiar, but I
think it's like either like a Scottish or
I think
Irish
it's Irish.
song. Yeah. And the tune is like do 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 do.
Yeah, the version they sing here is a little faster.
Neat. I thought this was like a cruel distraction, and like a bad guy was gonna step out of the shadows and be like, ha 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 ha, well played, you're all dead.
You figured it. Time to die.
Time to die.
Nope, that's what happens.
Good song.
Yeah, the Mr. Castle Aster comes in with petting a pet brain and is like, "Yes, well done. Let me tell you about my master plan."
A chair rolls in front of the door to the room you're in backwards and he turns around in it.
Oh my god.
Yes. Beautiful.
What do you want from us, Mr. Castle Aster?
I kind of want that to happen now, but no. But eventually the song dies down, loud as though it is, and you guys can continue your conversation about the castle lanterns and what the fuck they want, and Layla's emotional well-being.
Everything's fine. Just drinking. It's great.
Have another sip.
Running from your problems will not help them get solved.
What about drinking my problems?
Jordan sips nervously.
Cool. So, go ahead.
Drinking definitely helps you get to the problem, but kind of just go right over it if you drink too much. Like, if you want to talk about it, we're all here. But until then, we'll drink and commiserate or celebrate, whichever comes first.
Thanks, Droiden. Well, you know, that's a thing. Look, it's a constellation in my cup.
Oh my gosh, how did I get there?
Well, if you say this word, brr, 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 it'll do it. In your cup too. Something elvish. Dur, 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 dur.
So after dinner, once Ellie, the waitress, comes back with your tab, it runs about 50 gold pieces, we'll say, because I don't feel like doing the actual math. Yeah, your drink was like, hang on.
Well, it
how
should
many
be
drinks
less
did you
than
have?
that because it was like four gold per
it's
person.
4 gold for each of the glasses of Elverquist.
Yeah, I figured we just had
And
one.
everything else just cost coppers. So probably more
Okay.
like 40.
25 gold pieces then.
Okay.
Although we did get an extra bottle of EverQuest.
To go.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for the
Susie-
road.
Susie wanted to walk me down.
Elverquist.
What am I walking you down? Okay, yeah.
Anyway, we got an extra bottle of EverQuest.
Yeah.
Walk me down is whenever you take the drink out of the
I take the drink out of you?
bar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a whole one for tomorrow. Because, you know, we're
Wait.
probably going to be on the boat, right?
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, is drinking in public okay, but just drinking in inns not.
I figure we'd share it with the boat folks. Plus, they don't like to get off the boat much, so.
Yeah, Elverquist, which is some kind of weird ass elvish liqueur.
Tasted like elves. Is delicious.
You know what elves taste like?
I mean, Layla's.
I've been
Layla's-
around.
Layla knows
Been
what a
around,
lot
man.
of people taste
Layla
like.
knows what most races taste like.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going with light and well aged.
A little bit musty, to be honest.
Elverquist is fruity and kind of sweet, actually. Are there actually tasting notes on here?
Oh my gosh,
It
like
is
Trader Joe's
smooth,
tasting notes.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's made from rare fruits.
Rare fruits.
There's some kind of elvish ritual. The House of Good Spirits is the only place you can get it in Waterdeep. And the Elturel's famous A Pair of Black Antlers is the only place you can get it. And so there's only 2 places that you can buy this drink, apparently. Yeah, a pillowy mouthfeel. Whatever the
Oh,
fuck
like
that.
drinking cotton
With
candy.
notes of
There's no-
cider box.
There's a winery about what, like 25 minutes from us. And okay, there's a winery. Susie says an hour from us. I thought it was closer than that. It's St. James Winery. It's in St. James, Missouri. It's fairly well known now, but it used to be a little tiny thing. But they do like wine tastings there. They have like a shop, and they give out samples. And there was a dude there when I was younger that was trying to teach me. Okay. I don't know how far away from Memphis it is, but it's in Missouri. Anyway, there's a dude there that was trying to teach us about wine when we were in college, and he was like, "Yeah, this one, you know, it's got you know, oaky notes and this and blah blah blah. It tastes like this." And I would taste it, and I'd be like, well, "It kind of tastes like cherries to me." Because I know nothing about wine. It sort of tastes like spoiled grapes. And he was like, "Yeah, no, that's a perfectly valid. You know, it's all subjective. You know, so whatever you taste is completely correct for you because your taste buds are different from mine." And I was like, "Wait, so you're trying to teach me how wine is supposed to taste by telling me whatever I taste is the thing that's correct?" And that's when I gave up on wine.
Pretty much that.
Denny's gone to bed.
Oh, good night.
Duty,
Danny.
Danny.
I just see a foot now.
I see feet.
Um,
Oh, maybe a butt. Can't
well,
quite tell.
there's a part of the internet that's exactly what they were hoping to get out of this stream.
Oh no,
Uh,
Danny.
The butt.
What are you doing?
but,
You need to text.
Anyway, back to Dungeons and Dragons. You guys finish your meals, you finish your drinks, you pay your tab, you head back out for the evening, a little buzzed, completely full. The question becomes, what do now? Do you want to stay in an inn for the night? Do you want to go back to the boat? Do you want to pub crawl? What do you guys want to do?
Before we get too drunk, I just want to be clear that we should probably go to the library tomorrow morning. Reading right
Okay.
now is probably not.
While you guys are sort of half stumbling or walking, for in Kelrick's case, who had a lovely chamomile tea,
Pinky's out. It's important.
while you guys are heading out into the street for the evening, but go ahead and I'll have everybody just make a perception check for me.
Perception. Perception check.
Oop.
I'll see nothing.
Do my eye see? No, Buster might probably saw it too, or saw it first.
Holy fuck, Kelrick.
Hmm?
So most of you guys don't notice this, but Kelrick and Buster actually both notice that there's a group of like 4 heavily armored they look like knights standing down the street, and they're sort of just watching you guys as you leave the tavern.
I'll be watching you.
Just dinner. Curtis, you're fine.
Are we heading to a library or?
I don't know what you guys are actually doing. So you
Oh.
guys, as you guys
Gonna go to
exit
bed.
though, Kelrick and Buster, you guys both notice this group of 4 human dudes just sort of standing like slightly down the street, like awkwardly on a corner, not particularly like hidden or anything, but they're kind of trying to look like they're not doing anything. But they're clearly watching your group as you guys come out.
I consciously.
You what?
Hello, good morning.
You just start walking up toward them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to be like, hey, what's going on? Calling them out.
Okay. They sort of look at each other confused, but they don't run or anything. And they look at you, and one of them is like, "Hail then, my small friend."
Sure. Hey there, tall jerk. What are you staring at us for?
He kind of
Oh,
folds
dear.
back. I don't believe that there's a reason to just call me a jerk like that.
Sorry.
You call me small.
He shrugs. I'm sorry. It was just a descriptive term. You caught me off guard, rushing up toward me. My name is Ed Elfshadow.
Hi.
Buster Nut.
I suppose it's a pleasure to meet you lot.
What you want?
They
Persuasion.
sort of look around, like you can tell they're a little confused and they don't really know how to respond.
Drunk persuasion.
He goes, oh, what do we want? And like his friends in the back start goading him forward, like, trying to push him towards it. He goes, well, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but you're traveling with a being of pure evil.
Is that me?
What? There's
I
fine.
stare at Curtis. Like,
God, Curtis.
Buster looks at Curtis.
And he goes, oh,
Is there a
no,
problem with this?
don't know. Perhaps I could speak to one of you alone for a moment. If you could just step away.
Step away from what?
I mean, if you've got a problem with one of us, you got a problem with all of us.
That's right.
I'm afraid I don't know how to say this, but I think one of you might not be one of you.
What?
And he sort of sighs, and he's like,
Which one? Just point.
and he's like, to be completely honest, unfortunately, it seems one of you is demonic in nature.
Oh, how do you figure that?
I kind of like shoot a glance back at Ira to see if she has anything
Joyden is perfectly natural, okay?
You turn to look at Ira, and she's just gone.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh, no. Tieflings are perfectly accepted here. I didn't mean to."
Is it me?
No, this is quite awkward, but well, she seems to be gone now anyway. Your other friend is a demon. She's going to kill you in the night.
Who you're talking about?
We have to find her and slay her before she escapes the city.
Who are
I
you
don't
talking
know.
You're
about?
adventurers, correct?
Yeah, but who are you talking about?
Yeah, I
The
don't.
one
I
in the
don't
red
think.
boots. She's gone now. But she's
Are you
not what she
are you
seemed to be.
well? Are you seeing things? I like reach a hand out like back of my hand to try to feel his
You, like,
forehead.
swat your hand away, and he's like, "No. She's posing as one of your companions. I'm sure of it. She's an ilk from the abyss.
I don't know, dude.
A wicked creature."
Can I zone of truth?
I don't remember anyone like that.
I've never seen an evil person in my life.
Well, the group of you also need
Oh
to
no.
make charisma saving throws.
Oh no.
Great.
And I need to bring this guy's character sheet back up. Hang on.
We just got zone of truth. That's not
Yeah.
something that only affects your enemies.
No,
Well, I'm fucked.
no.
Oh wait, I'm fine. Buster, shut your trap.
I'm just gonna make one saving throw for.
Oh,
him, 'cause he's
fuck.
the one that's blocking. Okay, well he got a 22.
Well,
Shit.
we're fucked.
No, this is. Oh no.
I'm not gonna use it on you guys.
Well,
That's not how it works. It's a zone.
yeah, so
Zone.
15-foot arrow.
Like,
Curtis, you now know that Buster, Chris, and Kelric cannot lie to you.
Someone else. Oh.
What about these jabronis in front of me?
The one who is talking passed.
Oh fuck.
I can roll for the other 3.
All right.
16. I mean, they're like paladins, so they have pretty good charisma. 15.
Oh, paladins.
One of them failed, but not the one who's been talking.
All right. Can I ask you, dear sweet people, why you're so convinced in a stranger's welfare?
The one who's been talking just goes, well, as a paladin of Palor, I am driven to deal with such things. I simply came to warn you. I thought perhaps you appear as adventurers and quite capable. We could go deal with this fiend together before she can wreak any havoc.
Well, you see, the thing is, you did say that we were adventurers, correct? And ifins we probably had, or maybe did not have, one of them. Oh, she's drunk. Ifins we had maybe, or maybe perchance not, had a demon of sorts in our leagues. Don't you think that such fine adventurers as we are, we wouldn't know?
Hey, Cher, well, you don't appear to have anyone of a specific skill set that can identify such creatures.
Perhaps said thing may or may not, whether or not we have one. Perhaps if we did have one, per se, maybe we were using said thing, to combat a larger issue. And that is cultists of Asmodeus.
He blinks and he's like, I only vaguely understood what you just said. Are you saying you knowingly brought this creature into the city of Elturel?
I'm saying we don't know anything about what you're talking about, but have you seen any cultists of Asmodeus?
Do any of you speak like plain common, like a language that I can understand?
Chris
I'm
raises
sorry.
his
We
hand.
most of us have had elf. Now I can't remember the name of it.
ElverQuest.
Elverquest. I'm
Elverquest.
sorry. A good deal of us have had Elverquest.
Everclear.
It's just.
Everclear.
I'm hanging on to Layla's character, just like, yeah, it was delicious. I mean,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you should have seen the sparkles and constellations.
Oh my god,
I'm
it
aware
was
of the
gold.
beverage, but this is
Oh.
a severe thing. There.
Oh, I meant to the speaking common thing. They are speaking common. It's just a little drunk.
Well, if you're not going to deal with this creature, unfortunately, I think we will have to.
Well, you see, that's the thing. You know, sometimes you see a creature, sometimes you don't, sometimes you're just drunk. And I think you, sir, are just drunk.
He shakes his head. No, I've taken an oath. I don't partake.
What the fuck? I'm done with you.
I mean, we're flattered. You're welcome to try, but I think this is something we could handle ourselves too.
If and we had
I don't.
one of these things
like
in
you're
my party.
to handle it.
You know, sir. Hey, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Down here. Me. Hello. Hi.
Down here, you're only like 6 inches shorter than me. What do you mean down here?
I don't know where you're looking. I can't see your eyes. Can I see your eyes? I don't
I'm not wearing a helmet. Yes, you can see my. In the name of Palor, you've been joined
Listen,
and you've
we've
been
all
bamboozled by a horrifying monster.
We've all
Come,
had a
friend.
we've all had a few drinks tonight, okay? But you know, you are talking to us adventurers of a high caliber. I will say. Also, we're pretty good.
Obviously. A very
We're
high caliber.
yes.
Oh, I can
Thank
see
you. Uh,
how capable you are.
Dude, look at my armor.
I want to roll insight on
if
that.
you
Yeah.
point us in the direction of this fiend, we could go take care of this problem for you. You guys
being
don't even
sarcastic.
have to do nothing.
Right. Well, I believe she went that way, and he just points down a street.
Can I insight check his pointing?
Yeah.
I want to see if he's lying to me.
Can't believe he.
He doesn't know what direction she went in.
Oh.
He's just like trying to get you out of the way.
Well, let me tell you where we're staying. Okay. So there's this place. Oh god. What was the name of one of them taverns? The
inn?
inns? What was the inn?
Bonfires, unicorns.
Well, let me tell you. If we had a demonic person in our party that we don't know about, and now that you're telling us, and now I'm freaked out, man. Like,
You don't remember
we're staying at the unicorn.
He nods.
So, we have rooms there. So maybe she went there. But I think we very capable adventurers can take care of this.
Right. Well, you know, if you don't mind, I'd like to send some people, maybe ahead of you, to check your room. If you'll excuse us, I'm gonna.
Wait. What kind?
He like turns around and he's like, "We're gonna have to mobilize a unit."
What kind of demonic thing? Do you know?
He shrugs.
Like
I
an
don't-
easy one or like a full devil?
I don't know. She just appeared in human form. It could be anything. It could be a rakshasa. It could be a succubus.
Oh, did you use the detect good and evil thing?
He looks at you and he goes, the stink of her evil came to me on my senses, if that is what you mean.
I thought like a spell or something for that.
Paladins
Paladins
just have
have
the
it.
ability to sense.
Cowrie doesn't know that.
Undead.
Okay.
Didn't
So
talk about our friend Ira like that.
So shh.
well, I mean, if she's obviously evil.
Itself.
No, I don't know what Buster's talking about.
It's just Buster's trying to cover his mouth, but he can't keep on spouting. He keeps spouting the truth, and he's just like, I'm sorry.
Buster, just have
Do I
another
like?
character.
I guess Chris probably wouldn't know what this spell is, but I think I'm just gonna try and drag Buster away a few feet so he'll stop spilling the beans.
I'm sorry, I just can't stop talking about my good friend.
You know, Buster, the spell says that you can just decline to speak.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to
This is
talk.
Buster, though.
But it's impossible for Buster not to talk. So every
Buster
time he
has
opens his mouth, he has to be a stupid idiot.
Just speaking
so-
from the heart. Always.
Somebody needs to tie my
So-
mouth shut.
Okay, wait. If it's that first thing that you said, the first kind, how many people are you going to need? Because that sounds like it's a very, very intense thing.
For a Rakshasa, mini.
What's a Rakshasa?
We'll have to search the city. A sweep will need to be done.
Okay. A
It'll take a while.
Rakshasa.
Are you sure you don't want to hire a good group of adventurers?
If
We can take care of our own problem.
could find one for me, I would hire them in an instant. But no offense, a lot of you are.
Excuse you, I may be drunk. but I'm not
Are you
stupid,
supposed
so
to be
I
some
know
kind
your
of
feelings
paladin?
a little
Can't you just,
bit.
like, make this not drunk?
It's like, you seem like nice people, but
So you're
perhaps
not a
should-
good paladin, is what you're saying. Because you
Perhaps
can't
you should
undrunk us.
You should leave this to the Hell Riders, if you'll excuse me. And he's like trying to leave.
That's a very
Wait,
weird
it's
name.
all about. Okay, I'm
Why are
sorry.
you a hell rider?
Because we rode into hell.
So you like hell?
We went there to kill demons, like the one you brought in. You know what I'm leaving.
Hey, have you ever seen any Asmodeus Fox? You kill him, okay? Okay, bye.
They're demons, dude. That doesn't make no sense.
Oh, wait!
Hell is hell because it's full of demons.
Wait.
Don't-
Before you
don't
go, do you know who the castle lanterns are?
He just keeps walking.
I think he's gone, Layla.
Fuck! That was our
Dang.
chance.
I wonder where Ira went.
Hopefully out of the city.
Very far away.
Curtis, could you drop the thing, please?
Can I? Sure.
Yes,
Will I?
the concentration
Probably not.
thing.
If I walk, does the zone of truth follow me, or is it just a spot?
I think it's like a fixed spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just
Oh,
leave it
right
there.
here?
Sphere centered on a point of your choice, so it stays there.
All right.
No, I would have just walked out of there.
Mhm.
Okay, guys. So I think that we have to go to the place to keep our cover, and I'm gonna tell Ira to not show up.
Could
So-
just tell her telepathically.
That's what I'm gonna tell her.
I mean,
Telepathically.
they're
Yeah, she
sweeping-
telepathically tells you that she's just fucked off and went back to the boat.
Okay.
They are sweeping the city. You might want to warn her.
Yeah, I'm gonna warn her about them sweeping the city and what have you, and keep an eye out or hide or something.
Like, it's fine. I can fly.
They
Okay.
can smell demons, and it's weird.
I tell her that they can smell them, that they can smell her demon stuff. They smell evil for some reason.
They smell your demon jizz.
Oh no.
She'll find a place to hide.
Okay. I'm gonna tell her that we're gonna stay at that unicorn place, in hopes that we can at least waste more of their time.
Is it a wolf or something you can sniff out evil?
Hey, Jordan.
Huh? Yes.
Should we follow these people around?
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah,
They're
I think
running a
if
fool's
we
errand.
just go home, if we just go to the inn like we said we would,
Okay.
it'd draw
It's
less
not like-
attention to us.
It's not like they are up to anything evil. They're just trying to stop evil in the straightest way they know. You know,
Yeah.
they smell it, they smite it. So we don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around that because I'm half evil, origins. I wouldn't agree with what they
I was very
If they don't-
upset when I thought it was you.
do. I
The
was.
poor paladin was like, no. Not the evil.
I was about to get very angry.
Dig
We're-
yourself deeper.
So I thought there was going to be a hate crime here, just like people get people.
Evidently racist.
No, that's how you convince him to stave off the search. Is just tell them if that they keep going on this, they're gonna be thought of as being racist.
Yes.
Are you a narc?
If you start this manhunt,
It's like, where does it end? Where does the circle of hate end? And then you'll go for dwarves and elves?
Anything
No.
else? Oh man. All right, Chris, we'll stick to the plan.
They,
I mean, they could follow us
Buster.
around. I think they're just gonna get bored.
Yes, Buster.
do you think they could smell the possible demon that I'm dealing with?
Let me check.
Oh yeah.
No,
No?
definitely no smell. No.
Oh, good.
In fact, you smell like roses from that, fancy bath.
Yay.
Yeah, definitely no evil odor there.
Good. Okay, that's good. That makes me relieved.
Yeah, you're in the clear.
No, here's a thought. We could bar hop and see if they are trying to follow us from a distance. We can go see them.
I mean, like, what time of night is it? Is it only like 10
I'm ready
o'clock?
to go bed.
Okay.
You guys look up at the sky, and there's a false sun, and it's really hard to tell what time it is.
Oh.
Well, if Chris is sleepy, we can drop Chris off. Hang around outside. I have this whole bottle.
Sit outside the 7-Eleven and drink.
Pretty much on the street corner. Just sitting. Passing a
Paper
Under this-
bag.
Sun.
That's right.
Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.
Do you think they'll check the ships?
I don't know. I told her to go somewhere.
Well, I thought you said she went to the boat.
I didn't say where she went.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I just told her to get the fuck out, and so she's like, yeah. So she's not in the city anymore. She's elsewhere. Elsewhere. Where the Khajiit get from.
Kitties.
Well,
So
that
what's the plan?
happened.
So we
We going back to looking for this map?
I don't think anything's gonna be open.
Yeah, I think that we're going to wait for tomorrow for that.
Is it like Vegas where something is open all the time?
I don't
Yeah,
think
the
so.
sun never sets. Where do they have to go?
Oops. I am
To bed.
I have to go to bed. Rotating shifts.
Sunlight?
I do. The sun never sets.
Unicorn? Wanna get some rooms?
Yeah, okay.
Alright. Let's go there.
Okay.
We're gonna walk there.
So, Fontier's Unicorn is a fancy ass place. It's a huge building that looks like it used to be a warehouse, but has since been remade to look to be fancified up. As you walk into the place, the main like entry room is a huge. It probably used to be a tap room, but they don't serve drinks here anymore. So it's just this huge sitting room, cushions and tables and padded chairs and stuff scattered about everywhere. The the tables that are occupied, there are people playing cards and various board games, like little games.
Do I have
Um,
gambling here? Is gambling allowed?
You don't see any money changing hands, no. Seems like they're just playing to pass the time or for fun. There are people eating, so even though you think maybe it's probably late at night, feels like it's late. Like you've had a long day of having massages and getting drunk and talking to aggravating paladins. But you can see people scattered about, playing cards, playing various board games, sort of just hanging out, sitting around, smoking long pipes and having a chill out. Um, there's a few like staff flitting about, serving tea and chilled drinks and things, but no booze. Um, and yeah, it's just sort of it's very fancy. The whole place is also decorated with depictions of a blue unicorn, like coming out of a mist, like a dark gray mist. And the unicorn is like it has like a halo of light around it. Um, it's sort of an odd, scattered about mishmash of people, and uh, all of them seemingly just doing leisure activities. A young woman in a very nice dress comes up to you and like holds out a platter of like dates and cheese like as you come in, and like glasses of like probably cucumber lime water or something.
Oh, can I take this? I just like go up to her and I'm like, can
She
I have
nods.
this whole
You just
platter? I
uh,
just take the whole platter.
she's like, as long as you return the tray.
Oh yeah, it'll be in my room.
And she nods and she's like, can I help you with anything, or are you
Oh
just
yeah, we'd
here?
like some rooms.
She nods and she says, there's quite a few of you. The rooms are 16 gold pieces per person.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know, whatever.
She
You
nods.
guys take care of the rooms. I'm just gonna have some cheese.
Wait,
Chris
wait,
is
Chris,
like,
Okay, Chris.
before you go, I think we should get 3 rooms, unless we all need our own inside.
Whatever. Who cares?
If we
uh,
do,
the girl shrugs. It's by person, so the number of rooms doesn't really matter. So unless you
Oh,
want to
okay.
share, because we have plenty of space.
Fantastic. Awesome. I will pay for the room set.
sweet.
Thanks.
6,
Oh,
Should we have the extra one
96.
for Ira? Ira
She's
will
not
share with me. We'll
with.
just say that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. 112.
Thanks, Jordan.
She nods and she's like, "Well, you're free to find a table and rest before you go to bed for the evening. I know if you're travelers, it's a bit odd, but it's getting toward late evening. So most people will be winding down and heading up to their rooms within probably the next hour. I know there's light in here, but there are curtains in the rooms that cover the windows so that you will be blacked out. Each room will have its own bed, wash table, and basic amenities. If you require anything else, my name is Hista, and if you ask for me, I will come to see to you.
Oh, cool. Well,
Thank you.
thanks,
And when you're
Hista.
done with the platter, you can just leave it your room. We'll have somebody pick it up.
Later, back in the kitchen. Someone stole my platter.
I'm just gonna go up to the rest of the party and be like, y'all want some cheese?
The party being everybody else but us.
I want cheese.
cheers.
Sure.
Yeah, and there's a set of stairs in the center, and this bottom floor at least is just a big open space. But there are like heavy curtains that can be let down around tables for like privacy.
Did you say that some of the people are playing games here, but like
Yeah,
not
they're
for money?
they're playing like board games, like Mancala. There's a couple of people playing the Royal Game of which I was watching a cool video about earlier. Chess. There's like 5 or 6 dudes off in a corner playing some kind of big ass war game. Just big giant table, like basically like little ships on it. It's like the medieval version of
Warhammer?
Warhammer.
Oh.
Um, yeah,
So,
so it's just people playing games. Some people playing cards. But it seems like it's like a board game kind of like place. Like they're just kind of chilling out playing games, smoking a pipe, drinking some cucumber water.
Curtis.
I'm just gonna wander
Yes.
and like watch.
Did you want to play chess?
I don't think I know how, but all right.
I don't either. That's why it's gonna be fun.
All right.
So Buster and Curtis go over to a chessboard and start like just like randomly moving pieces around. And there's probably some guy like watching a chess game nearby go on that notices the two of you like playing incorrectly and is like you could tell that he like wants to say something but doesn't want to be rude. where he's just like, oh no, that's not how this game works at all. But at the same time, he's like, they're having fun. I don't want to be a dick.
Why are you bouncing around the night like this?
Because it's a horse.
Yeah, don't you know, Kelric? That's how horses go.
No, that was Cat, not Kelric.
Oh.
Kelric does not play chess. Are you kidding? Boy will probably go find some version of Settlers of Catan and just wreck because he gets all the wheat fields.
Get all that wheat.
No
Just
sheep.
have a sheep monopoly.
Probably named all the sheep too. This one's Becca. This one's Floofster.
This one's Kelric.
A little noose around his neck. Look.
Look, it's a Kelly.
Are you saying I'm sheeple? Is that what's going on here?
Ooh, can I get a lavender tea?
Sure.
Oh, one of those. It's included with the room, right? Like, is it on top?
They don't seem to be charging for the drinks or anything.
Sweet.
It's added to your tab later. It's like whenever you touch the mini fridge.
So like half an hour passes, and then the door like swings open again. Sunlight, bursts through it uncomfortably for those of you that are starting to come off your alcoholic buzz. And as he comes sweeping into the room, comes about 8 heavily armored dudes who are obviously looking for something. And they begin to look around the room. The girl goes up to them again and starts talking to them. She nods and motions them in, and they start to spread out throughout the inn.
I thought that they were going ahead of us. How'd they get here after us?
Oh, we're just too good.
We're faster than them. Actually, can I like look them up and down and see if they're the ones? They're Paylor's buddies.
Make an insight check. What did you call him?
Paylor's
With
buddies.
advantage.
Oh, Paylor's buddies.
Paylor's pals.
You don't recognize any of them.
But like, do they have emblems on them or something?
Oh, it's a mixed bag. It's like Paylor and Tyr.
Oh, cool. Just let them go about their business. Unless they like try to talk to me.
They searched the inn pretty thoroughly. They talk to a few of the guests, and then they leave. But they none of them come up to any of you.
Wanted
I wanted to talk to one of the guests that talked.
feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, the other guys probably said, "Don't talk to these people. They're all drunk, and they completely don't make any
They're all
sense."
weird.
Yeah, you can talk to one of the guests, Jordan.
Hello, stranger. Just quick question.
Yes, hello.
Yeah,
Like an
Don't-
obese elf, which is like a rare thing.
Does he have like the full like beard thing to do this with?
Elves can't grow beards.
Not with that attitude.
Oh, I see you have some cheese in your beard. I brush it off.
And I was saving that for later.
I'll get you more later. First,
It
but
was a joke. I didn't know it was there. I'm quite fat.
well, it
Do you know how much it
Good on you.
costs to make an elf fat?
a ton.
Way to throw your money around.
He
He's
nods.
flexing.
Yeah.
But
No,
what did
he's
you
not flexing. That would sound like exercise.
The heavily armored fellow, he was looking for someone. Some rather rakish sounding lass, if I do say so myself, based on his description. A buxom woman.
didn't
I told him the
didn't
only
look
one
like-
here was that young lady, and he points at Layla. Well, she hides it well under all that armor.
So they weren't looking for any tieflings or demons or
He shrugs. I don't know. You know, I wish whores weren't illegal in this city.
Other cities where they're not illegal.
Oh, yes. You look like the sort of lad that would know. Yes. Clever boy.
Chris just like looks around confused, like I don't know what that means.
Anyway, they were asking about some woman they were looking for. Dark hair and quite exotic sounding, although I have not seen her.
For your time for the extra bits of knowledge.
He nods, yes, well, knowledge is worth money and all that. Well, I don't know. Anyway, lass, I'm going to continue my game, and I hope you have a very pleasant evening. And if this young man doesn't know about hookers, I suggest you purchase him one.
Maybe turns red a little bit and walks away very fast.
No, Chris, I haven't told you about the joy of hookers.
I'm good.
Yes, teach her the ways, young tiefling. I like those too.
Reminds me of Marid, but more of a soul.
Well, we've got beers and hookers. I guess all we're missing now is drugs.
So yeah, they were looking for some woman. That
I
seemed to
have
be
a
all it was.
pipe and weed. So we have drugs.
Oh no, wait, no, we have done the hookers. That's what the happy ending was. It's just a mechanical one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a loophole. It doesn't count because there's only one participant.
Jordan, go tell him about the loophole.
Oh, yeah. If you don't pay for it, then they're not a hooker, right?
No, the bathhouse
That's
with
how
the
machines
myrrh.
do that.
Yeah, the bathhouse. Tell him that. Tell him that.
Excuse me, Mr. Big Elf.
Mr. Big Elf.
Sorry. My name is Gadam, but yes, I like Mr. Big Elf. I might start going by that. I like you, miss. You are a pleasant sort.
Aw.
I am a rare breed. So loopholes and getting around the horror area, horror conundrum. You could use one of those massage parlors that we found out about. We have
The massage parlors have whores.
well,
If
in a
you'll
manner of
excuse
speaking.
me. And he starts to like get up. Someone find me a herald that can find me a massage parlor.
He's lived here this long?
Yeah, it's the one with the robots.
A robot.
Yeah, see?
A robot whore. That's well, I've never done that before.
Yeah, that's the way to get around it. Because it's not living.
I guess that's quite clever, miss.
See?
I'd give you a gold piece, but I don't want you to think that I think you're a whore.
Thank you! I am a lady of Cyrn, of the cloth.
You're definitely a lady.
Thank you. I tend to wear that proudly.
Yes, well. I could wear you proudly. It would save me the whore.
Oh dear.
Don't let my overweightness confuse you, lass. When it comes to matters of love, I am quite experienced and have legendary stamina.
16?
It's like half bluster, half true. Like he's probably good in bed, but probably because he's a fat guy and he tries real hard.
Ooh, I might be into that.
Like your husband.
Oh, you're not fat.
But he does try hard.
He does try hard. It's never disappointing. Alright. I think Layla gives him like a little, she blushes a little.
Oh dear, I've made her blush. Well, I am quite sorry. I will go to the massage parlor. I didn't mean to embarrass you with my frank talk.
Oh, I mean, I just strange seeing a man of your stature to,
Oh, yes, stature. That's a polite way of calling me fat, dear.
well, just saying things. So,
Yes, when you have the amount of money that I have, you could pretty much say whatever you want.
oh,
So I do.
interesting. Look, how much money do you have?
So practically an infinite supply.
Excellent, excellent. I got this great idea.
Just so you know about the Lancasters.
The Castellanters?
Yes.
No. Oh, Castellanter. Yes, that's a name I recognize. They are a quite well-known trade family from Waterdeep. I believe I have sold them some tapestries.
Would you believe that they tried to have me killed? A fine person such as
He
myself.
thinks about it for a moment, and then he nods. No, yes, I would believe that. That seems 100% believable.
Well,
Especially that Victoro. I don't trust a man with a pencil-thin mustache. What the hell is that? Somebody draw that on your face.
no.
So dumb.
Oh, I think we need to talk more.
Do you want to talk or do you want to have sexual interactions? Because one of them I'm going to go do now.
If we can talk more, then yes.
Wait, no, because we just decided you weren't a hooker.
I'm not a hooker.
So I'm not going to sleep with you so that we can talk. That's like hooking.
He changes head.
I know what
It's more like getting to know each other. I wouldn't call it hooking. It's more like a first
very
date.
similar. It makes me a little uncomfortable.
Oh my
You know, Layla, we'll be here for a while.
Like at least the hooker knows she's the hooker, and I always pay like way more than they ask. You know, I've probably bought a few hookers out of servitude. I've had a couple pimps killed, I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh. Man, I'm liking this guy more and more. Killing pimps,
Look,
hates
it's
the
not hooking that's the
Castellanters.
problem. It's really the pimps. They're the reason they're all addicted to things. It's terrible business. A reputable whorehouse is a wonderful place, but the ones who get stuck on the street, they're all underage. It's disgusting.
Wow. You're pretty cool.
This guy's got a heart of gold. I love it. Just no one will sleep with him without him having to pay. He's done.
What did I do? Why did I convince this man?
I don't know.
What's wrong with me?
You just got so much plentiful lore for him.
I just made him up. He didn't have a name 20 seconds ago.
The magic of D&D.
I think I need to go to therapy.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Anyway, Mr. Big Elf. He's a fucking Sex in the City character.
Alright.
Tell your therapist, my wife wants to sleep with fictional men that I've created.
You want to sleep with fictional men that I don't create.
Also true.
But only their fictional self. It's fine. Anyway, he's like, look, I'm all for like a mutual night of pleasure, my dear.
She's
but,
just gotta kiss him to shut him up.
not in exchange for any. All right then. Well, yes, my room or yours.
Yours.
Right. Yes. Well, I have a large one. Room.
Probably
Of
a lot
course.
nicer than anything
My
we
penis
get.
is completely average.
Can I insight check?
His penis is completely average.
Awesome, he's not lying. I like you, you tell the truth. You know, that's such a hard trait to find in a man these days.
Once again, it's a thing that would get a normal person in trouble, but when you have as much money as I do, you just stop caring.
Oh, excellent. Or come tell me about your average sized penis. Upstairs.
Okay, so you go upstairs, and you'll have above average sex with this dude. Despite his heft.
Damn.
He's chunky, but he tries real hard.
He does try hard. Alright. I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about cultists after we're done boning.
And pillow
Pillow
talk is
talk.
just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
let me
kill
get
these bitches.
let me make a character sheet for I forget his real name.
Mr. Big Elf.
His name is just Big Elf now.
I think you said Gatum or Godum. Godum?
I don't know.
Good
Gadam.
Gadam, yeah.
I just have
Gadam.
random names on my other screen. Let's see if he knows anything about their cultist ways. Deception, insight, persuasion. So just be straight +1. 18. He'll let you know that it's often been rumored that a good deal of the dealings. Goddamn, that's a big L. He can tell you that it's often been rumored that the Castellanters, have had shady dealings or not all of their business is above board. Um, they supposedly trade in illicit materials, which is not something he does or knows a ton about. But like any, wealthy merchant who has dealt with them, he's looked into them a bit and has heard the rumors that, not all of their business dealings are above board. He knows that they went like almost completely bankrupt a few years ago, lost most of their ships, almost lost their title, almost had to sell their title, which is a thing nobles will do. You sell your title to the city and then somebody else can buy it and they become a noble and you lose your nobility. Um, but somehow or another they scraped together enough money to keep hold of their titles. That was 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, other than the fact that he thinks that they trade in some kind of narcotic and stolen goods, he doesn't know a ton of them, because he prefers to avoid people with ill reputations.
Excellent, excellent. You see, they're the kind of ill reputation that, I kind of want to get rid of. If you know what I mean?
Murder to your heart's content, my dear.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad I have your support.
Nods.
So, if you were to, what would be worse than death, do you think, for a man of that kind of stature?
Oh, in the city of Waterdeep, undoubtedly losing their titles. No longer having their nobility closes a lot of doors to them.
So say part of their agreement that we've lent them some money is that they must attend the Church of Soon.
Well, if you could prove they had broken the contract in some way, or prove that they are in fact trading in stolen goods or illegal items, any of that would bring them to the attention of the law.
Okay. Because,
one would be a civil matter. You would have to sue them for the breach of contract. The other would be a legal matter. You would take it to the watch.
interesting. Alright, well, Can we have, this conversation downstairs after we do the thing?
Sure.
That way everybody else can participate.
Sure.
Is a cursed mirror an illegal item?
Yeah, 100%.
So, if I could prove that they sent me a cursed mirror item, you think that would be?
If you could somehow trace back who shipped it, when, and how, and had the mirror on hand, I suppose it would work.
Excellent.
Yeah, cursed items, dealing in them in general is filthy business. Nothing good ever comes of those. They're always trying to pawn those things off on hapless adventurers, poor folk just starting out on their career. I'm gonna go out and raid a tomb. Oh, let me sell you this magic sword for really cheap, and then the sword eats their soul or some such terrible business.
So, Layla's gonna kind of twirl her hair. Would you be able to track some shipping on an item if I were to get you the description and where it was sent to and
Possibly.
for a friend?
He nods. Oh, yes. Well, friend, this is something I could look into. I make no guarantees, though.
Okay. Well, Let me leave you
Is
my. I'm gonna give him like a calling card. If you find out any information, about who would want to kill little old me, here you go.
Oh, so I would write to you at the Severed Head in Waterdeep. I've never heard of the place.
It's a new
Oh, it's
restaurant.
new.
It's new. As well. I will be journeying to the city of Waterdeep in the next, I would say 2 months. I will give it a visit.
Yay.
Oh.
And if I find any information, I will leave it there. Is there someone there you trust? A barkeep or
Give it to our children.
Or the ghost.
Cox's head is that your ghost or your children?
Yeah, one of those.
Right. I must admit this has been a very pleasant interaction, but you are an odd bit. You're just odd. A lot of you are very strange.
Mhm.
Not the first time we've heard that tonight, I don't think.
No.
No.
And at that, like a group of about 10 of these heavily armored knights of various races come back into the inn.
Great.
They look around the place, see the group of you, and begin walking towards you.
I step into the back. It's like, no, please. I don't
Trying to
want
move away. So it's the back of the group, or are you trying to like leave?
back of the group.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
And Ed, what did I call him? Elven Shadow? Ed.
Yeah, Ed Elf Shadow.
Elf Shadow. Is at the front of like this column of heavily armored knights, and he comes up to you and he goes, sort of bows, and he goes, I'm sorry to have to do this, but the group of you are gonna have to come with me.
Do.
Oh no.
Here. You know how much they cost?
He shrugs and he goes, if you want to, you may make it back to your rooms this evening, but unfortunately the Lord Commander Delt wants to speak with you. It seems unknowingly or knowingly you have brought a demonic creature into the city of Elturel.
No.
You're being brought in for questioning at this point, though. If you resist, it may get more serious.
Yeah, that's fine, whatever.
You hear like the shuffling of armor.
Take us in, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
good damn, big elf. Looks like,
And he's like, "Oh, you're being arrested. That's quaint."
Are there like napkins or something in this place?
I knew it was illegal.
Prostitution.
We didn't
I
expect
told
anybody.
you it was the same. No.
If- Do they have like napkins
It's
or
only
something
gonna
in
make
this
it more
place?
suspicious.
I'm gonna take a napkin and scoop the rest of the cheese into the napkin.
You're like, hang on. This is good cheese. They have smoked Gouda here.
Y'all ever had smoked Gouda? It's good.
It's Gouda.
It's good.
Jordan shuffles to the back as you guys are slowly being encompassed by.
And I just like flip the
Armored
tray onto
jabronis.
a counter, and I'm like,
And you're just like taking this cheese. Do you guys just let them lead you out?
yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Cool. With you guys being sort of arrested, that's a good place for us to take a break. So let's take 5 minute bio break.
I go break.